Hey there, Messiah, Texas. It's time for another 5-Minute Friday. As you know, we are working through the Psalms, and today we're going to be going through Psalm 17. I wanted to read the whole thing, but that would take too long, so you guys will have to read it on your own. One of the things that came to my mind and heart whenever I was reading through Psalm 17 in preparation for this, I've read through it a lot of times and listened to it a lot of times and really been praying over it. And it's really been a blessing to my life and just the season that I'm in as well. But something that comes up over and over again in my mind and what God is teaching me through it, and so that's what I'm going to share, is what God's teaching me, is how David is constantly bringing up how he wants God to intervene for him. He's like, God, hear my prayer, intervene for me, come and protect me, hide me under the shadow of your wings. And I think it's so easy for us to get caught up in that mentality of like, God, come and rescue me, come be my savior in this moment. I'm struggling. And I think that that's an amazing place to be. And I think that's where we should be. But I think sometimes we focus on that and we overlook a few other points. In verse 1, it says, pay attention to my prayer. So often I would say, pay attention to my prayer. Are you listening to me? But then it says, for it comes from honest lips. God, I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to myself. My lips, my words are honest. And it says, you've tested my thoughts and examined my heart at night. You've scrutinized me, and you found nothing wrong. I'm determined not to sin in what I say. I've followed your commandments, which keep me from following cruel and evil people. My steps have stayed on your path. I've not wavered from following you. So quickly we focus on those words of God, come save me. And we focus on the fact that he will save us because he is a good God. But we overlook those other portions that I think are very important. It's very important to remember that there's still a request, an ask of us. David was able to have these heart cry moments because he was spending his time genuinely investing into his relationship with God and into his character and saying, God, search me, know me. I don't have the boldness to say that. Like, God, know me. You can find no sin in me. I can't actually say that. If God was to cry out right now and be like, God, search me, you know that there is no sin on my lips. There is no sin in my mouth. That's not the case. I want to be that, but that's not where I am right now. David had a heart that was so after God's heart that he was seeking to do his best in every single moment, in every single day, and repenting constantly. We see throughout the Psalms of him repenting constantly. And God is showing up for him in amazing ways because he was continuing to say, search me, God, know me. Know my anxious thoughts. Know who I am. You, by your mighty power, this is verse 7, by your mighty power, you rescue those who seek refuge from their enemies. They have to seek refuge. He doesn't just give the refuge. They have to seek it. God isn't going to come in and cloak you all the time from all of the things that are evil. You have to go seek him, and you have to go seek that refuge. And in verse 14, it says, by the power of your hand, O Lord, destroy those who look to this world for their reward, but satisfy the hunger of your treasured ones. He's going to destroy the world, those who look to the world for their reward. But that's a bold ask. Are we looking to the world for our reward? Am I looking to the world for my reward? Or is my reward only found in him? And can I truly cry out with my heart and say, God, my reward is in you and you alone, and mean that with every fiber of my being? Some days I can say that, and sometimes I can't. Sometimes the reward I want is here on this earth with a person, with a job, with my house, with my bills. What I want is earthly. So as we seek and as we cry out for God's help, his covering, his protection, which he will give, I would encourage you to also search yourself and say, am I walking in a way that is worthy of honoring my King? And am I doing my part in this too? So those are what God is teaching me through this, and I hope it encourages you, and I hope that you remember you'll have friends at Messiah, Texas.